Welcome back to the Guitar Reliquary. On today's episode, I am bringing you the Mayones Hydra Elite 6 in purple Supernova Burst. This is my favorite guitar. This is the guitar that I mentioned in several videos as being my favorite, but not as necessarily the best guitar that I've owned. I think that still goes to the Ernie Ball Steve Morse. This guitar has a mojo to it or something that just makes it my favorite. I don't know if it's the wenge neck. I don't know if it's the poplar top. It's very light. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it's the secret voodoo of the wenge amber mayonnaise knob that I put on it after I got it. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it is my favorite. I will say it sounds similar to the Black Hydra that I did the video on before. However, this one has a bit more of an airiness to it, whereas the Black Ash version is a little bit more closed. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but it's certainly, this has more, I guess, bloom in it. I've heard that term used. I don't know what it means, but maybe it applies to this. The tones that I developed out of this today were actually through the new Friedman IRX pedal that I got. I ran that as a preamp into the input of my Headrush unit, using my Headrush basically as a DI, and then I used the cab sim feature on the Headrush because I don't have a separate DI to run the Friedman into the computer using the IRs that came with it. I tried a bunch of the different cabs, and I'm going to do a video later on showing the differences in tone for the IRX with the different cab sims that are available in the Headrush for those that are interested. But at some point I will get either a power amp that also serves as a DI or a DI that I can use the IRX directly into. I found that the tones were very crunchy, crispity, crunchy, peanut buttery. I don't know, but the tones were a little bit different than what you've seen in previous videos. I didn't use any effects other than a noise gate in the Headrush and then the cab sim feature. If you're interested in more details about that, like I said, I'll be doing a video, but I'll also be happy to answer comments below. So let's get into the guitar. So this guitar, like the other Hydra, is a 25.5-inch scale, obviously headless. Comes with these wonderful ABM1 tuning machines that are individual. They're discrete, so if you need to replace one, you can replace one. These hold tune very well. I'm really impressed that once you tune this, you just play and you don't really have to retune it, probably as a consequence of the strings being locked up here, and then as there being less motion, say with a tremolo version guitar. It has a poplar burl top, which you can see. Mine's beautiful. It's got some flame to it. It's got a lot of eyes. Looks fantastic. A mahogany body. It is a two-piece body. There is a seam that is running through the center of it, but it's gorgeous figured mahogany. It has a 5-piece wenge purple heart neck, which is incredibly stable. And then, of course, a beautiful black ebony fretboard with no fret markers, which is how I like it. I have done basically 2 mods to this. When I first got it, the nut was cut too low for my tastes, so I replaced the nut. For some reason, the crop of black tusk nuts that I had gotten at the time were not level in the front, and I couldn't get a good fit, so I used one of the white ones that I had for a Les Paul hanging around, and it fits perfectly and is now set how I want it. And then the other mod, as I mentioned, was the custom wenge amber Mayones knob that I bought from Sebastopol Music, which is a great place. That's where I got my 40th anniversary Mayones Regis, which I will show in another video. It came originally with a black knob. Now, as far as the additional specs for this, it has 2 humbuckers, obviously. It has a Seymour Duncan, uh, let's see, Sentient in the neck and a Nazgul in the bridge. And I mean, I love Lord of the Rings, so hearing the Nazgul was like, I had to have the Nazgul. It has a three position switch. Has a three position switch. Can you tell I rehearsed before I started? And it also has a push pull for coil taps. The coil tap is okay in it. It's a really sort of sterile and cold sounding coil tap, in my opinion. It's like a really nasally, almost annoying sound for me. I don't like the coil taps for it. The neck, you can almost get a usable clean tone, but given that I have a fondness for jazz, I like a warmer neck pickup. So I use this almost entirely for distorted things, which is what I play most of the time, so it works out. It has 24 extra jumbo Ferd Wagner 57 110 stainless steel frets on a 16-inch radius fretboard. It has lumen lay side dots along the side of the neck for those that like the ability to see where you're playing on the board. And then it has the truss rod adjustment through the top of the head plate, which is that gorgeous black nickel bearing the Mayones logo on it. 6-bolt neck joint, which is incredibly stable. And then, of course, this attractive Hydra labeled back plate. It also comes stock with the Schaller strap locks, which I also love. These come also with a soft case. It's not a hard case, but it's not a gig bag. It's very reinforced. It's very strong. I would have no doubts about shipping it with no bubble wrap. That's how strong I think the bag is. And it also comes with a certificate of authenticity. This didn't come with a build sheet. Some of them come with a build sheet. I'm not sure why. Maybe this wasn't a custom order. Maybe it was a production thing in 2020, but mine didn't come with the build sheet. But I did buy it from Pitbull Audio, who is an authorized Mayones dealer, so I'm not concerned that it is a forgery. Now, as far as how I have this set up, I have the neck pretty straight, just a hint of bow in it. And part of the reason for that is that the saddles are bottomed out. And I had to file the saddle slots a little bit so that I could get the action where I wanted it. But with that, I have 3/64ths of an inch action on my treble side and about 4.5 64ths of an inch on my bass side. And I'm running 10 to 52 gauge strings. It's set up in standard tuning, but I did do the demo in drop D because I just wanted a little extra oomph on that Friedman IRX. So my recommendation for the Hydras is that I've played a lot of headless guitars. I've played the Ibanez Q series headless. I've played the Strandberg headless. I've played the Kiesel headless. I'm sure there are some other Steinberger headless guitars in there that I have played, and the Mayones is absolutely a league above. My dad actually is also a guitar player. I've mentioned that before. We had some Mayones guitars, 10 or so years ago that were okay. I think they were the Cetius model, and maybe one of them was an M7, the like red mahogany one. And the build quality just was not what this was. When I got this in 2020 during the pandemic, I got it for my 35th birthday, but I actually took it over to my dad's house and had to show it right to him and plug it in and play it, and he was just blown away. And that was my experience as well. I was very, very happy with this purchase, and actually it's what inspired me to get the black one as well, because I liked the colorway of the black one and I wanted something that was a little bit different, that I could beat up a little bit more and not be so concerned about it. So consequently, that one has some glossing on it. This one does not, because I haven't played it as extensively as the black one, because it's my favorite and I want to keep it nice, which some of you will think is stupid, but that's unfortunately my curiously strong brand of mental illness. Anyways, I've prattled on long enough. I think it's time we get to the demo. Please take a listen and let me know what you think. All right, thank you so much for checking out the demo. I hope you enjoyed the tones. As I said, we'll have a future video on the Friedman IRX and the Headrush combo and how I hook everything up to do my recording, because that was requested in the comments of one of the videos as well. But until next time, thank you for checking things out. Thank you to the new subscribers, the new likers, the new commenters. Please check out my other videos. And what is it that they say in all those other videos? Oh yeah, mash the subscribe and like buttons. Have a nice day from the Guitar Reliquary.